let's dive into something fascinating today. The world of medieval Japan, where karma wasn't just a casual what goes around comes around concept, but a serious, all-encompassing cosmic system. Imagine living your life knowing that every single action, yes, even that time you didn't share your rice, had a cosmic receipt, and that receipt determined where you'd land in the Rakudo, or the 6 paths of rebirth. This system wasn't just philosophy, it was life or death in every sense. Rebirth as a celestial being? Jackpot. As a hungry ghost or a resident of hell? Not so much. You can imagine how this cosmic tension created a culture brimming with anxiety, morality, and a constant attempt to game karma. Today we're unpacking how this tension is vividly captured in the Nihon Ryoki, a wild medieval text that's part moral lesson, part horror story, and a complete karmic roller coaster. In the Nihon Ryoki, karma isn't some vague idea. It's the universe's strict accountant tracking everything. Help someone, good karma points. Gossip, steal, or disrespect the temple? You're racking up some serious cosmic debt. According to Kyoki, the author, understanding this universal scorecard was supposed to inspire people to behave better and aim for spiritual promotion. But here's the twist. Karma was inescapable. No bribes, no shortcuts, no hiding from the consequences. The fear of ending up in one of the 6 undesirable rebirth paths, whether as an animal, a hungry ghost, or worse, in one of hell's horrifying realms, wasn't just a religious doctrine. It was a real psychological weight. And this wasn't reserved for monks or the elite. Everyone felt it. Imagine living in a middle of a chaotic war, surrounded by suffering and destruction. Now add an extra layer of existential dread. What if all this violence and hatred lands me in the worm realm next time? It's weird, right? But that level of stress wasn't just theoretical. It shaped how people lived, worshiped, and told stories. But humans are resourceful, even when faced with cosmic doom. Medieval Japan developed clever ways to tackle this anxiety with 4 strategies. Firstly is infiltration, where the superhero Bodhisattva, Kanon, and Jitsu dive straight into the 6 paths like compassionate avengers, rescuing souls and offering help. Basically, they're the "don't worry, we've got you" team. Second, transcendence, which is the devotion to Amida Buddha and the Pure Land, which was the ultimate karmic cheat code. Just chant the Nembutsu and boom, you're off the rebirth carousel, heading to a paradise where karma can't touch you. Third is co-penetration, which is where Tendai Buddhism offered some cosmic optimism, saying, hey, even in suffering, there's a spark of enlightenment. It's like finding a silver lining in the worst day ever. Lastly, ludization, which is the fun one, which is seeing karma as a giant cosmic game. Instead of stressing, people embrace humor and playfulness, because sometimes the best way to face an overwhelming system is to laugh at it. These responses didn't just stay in philosophical debates. They exploded into art and literature, creating some of the most vivid cultural expressions of medieval Japan. Take Jensen's Ohoyoshi, for instance. This text painted a dualistic vision of the afterlife. On one page, you'd have fire and brimstone, and on the next, serene lotus blossoms and tranquil rivers. It was like a karmic travel guide, complete with vivid warnings and aspirational promises. Artists took these ideas and ran with them. Hell scrolls, for example, became popular visual depictions of the most terrifying realms of the Rakudo. These were vivid, gruesome, and hauntingly detailed, designed to scare people straight. On the flip side, depictions of Amida Buddha and the Pure Land offered serene, idyllic visions of paradise. These works weren't just religious propaganda. They were deeply emotional, creative outlets for grappling with the existential weight of karma. Through storytelling, visual spectacle, and even performance, people found ways to make sense of the cosmic system that governed their lives. So what can we learn from this? The Rakudo system wasn't just a framework for understanding life. It was a source of deep anxiety, but also incredible creativity. Faced with the overwhelming pressure of karma, people didn't just resign themselves to despair. They innovated, adapted, and created. Through infiltration, bodhisattva, transcendental devotions, reframing suffering, and even humor, they found ways to not only cope, but thrive. In doing so, they left behind a legacy of breathtaking art, literature, and philosophy that continues to inspire us today. If there's one takeaway, it's this. Even our greatest fears can become fuel for profound cultural expression. So whether you're dealing with karmic anxiety or just everyday stress, maybe there's a lesson here. Find your bodhisattva, your chant, your silver lining, or your laughter. And if nothing else, maybe create something beautiful out of it. For those curious, we could dive even deeper into how these ideas influence special works of art, social hierarchies, or even modern interpretations of karma. After all, who wouldn't want to know more about medieval karmic cheat codes or hell scrolls?